Melbourne is one of those cities that gets under your skin the moment you arrive. It hums with a kind of creative energy that is difficult to describe but impossible to ignore. From its laneway coffee culture to its world-class art institutions, from its sprawling coastal parks to its buzzing night markets, this city in the southern state of Victoria, Australia, offers something genuinely extraordinary for every kind of traveler. Whether you are a first-time visitor or someone returning for the 10th time, Melbourne has a remarkable ability to reveal something new with every visit. The city blends European architectural elegance with a distinctly Australian spirit, and the result is a destination that feels both cosmopolitan and deeply personal. So if you are planning a trip and wondering where to begin, here are the top 10 places you absolutely must visit when you find yourself in this incredible city. Starting right in the heart of the city, Federation Square is more than just a public gathering space. It is the cultural heartbeat of Melbourne. Opened in 2002, this iconic precinct sits at the corner of Flinders Street and Swanston Street and covers an entire city block. The architecture alone is worth stopping to admire. With its striking geometric facade made up of fractured sandstone, zinc, and glass panels that catch the light in fascinating ways throughout the day. Inside, you will find the Ian Potter Centre, which houses the National Gallery of Victoria's Australian art collection, featuring works by some of the country's most celebrated artists. Federation Square also hosts major events, festivals, and live screenings throughout the year, making it a living, breathing part of the city's social fabric. Grab a coffee from one of the surrounding cafes, sit by the Yarra River, and simply soak in the atmosphere. Just a short walk from the central business district, the Royal Botanic Gardens. Melbourne is a breathtaking oasis of greenery that stretches across approximately 38 hectares of beautifully landscaped land. Established in 1846, these gardens are home to over 8,500 plant species from Australia and around the world. Walking through the gardens feels like stepping into a different world entirely. There are tranquil lakes dotted with black swans, ancient trees that have stood for over a century, and meticulously maintained garden beds bursting with color. The gardens are also home to the Ian Potter Foundation Children's Garden, a magical interactive space designed specifically for young visitors. For those who love outdoor cinema, the Moonlight Cinema series held here during summer is an experience not to be missed. Whether you come for a morning jog, a picnic with friends, or a quiet afternoon of reflection, the Royal Botanic Gardens never disappoints. No visit to Melbourne is complete without spending a morning at the Queen Victoria Market, affectionately known by locals as the Queen Vic Market. Operating since 1878, this is one of the largest open-air markets in the Southern Hemisphere and a true institution in Melbourne's cultural identity. Spread across approximately 7 hectares, the market is divided into several sections, including fresh produce, deli goods, meat and seafood, and a vibrant general merchandise area. The energy here is infectious. Vendors call out to passers-by, the smell of freshly baked bread mingles with the aroma of roasting coffee, and the colors of seasonal fruits and vegetables create a visual feast. Beyond shopping, the Queen Vic Market also hosts seasonal night markets and special events that draw thousands of visitors. It is the kind of place where you come for groceries and stay for the experience. Tucked away just off Flinders Street, Hosier Lane is Melbourne's most celebrated street art destination and one of the most photographed laneways in all of Australia. What makes this narrow cobblestone alley so special is that it is a constantly evolving canvas. Artists from Melbourne, across Australia, and from around the world come here to leave their mark, meaning the artwork you see today may be completely different from what was there last week. The walls are layered with stencils, paste-ups, murals, and tags that together tell a visual story of creativity, politics, humor, and raw human expression. Hosier Lane is not just a tourist attraction, it is a genuine reflection of Melbourne's deep commitment to street art as a legitimate and celebrated art form. Visit at different times of day to see how the light transforms the colors and textures of the artwork. It is a photographer's dream and an art lover's paradise. Head south from the city centre and you will find yourself at St. Kilda, one of Melbourne's most beloved and vibrant beachside suburbs. St. Kilda Beach stretches along Port Phillip Bay and offers a relaxed bohemian atmosphere that is entirely its own. The famous St. Kilda Pier extends out into the bay and is home to a small colony of little penguins that return to their nests beneath the pier each evening, a sight that draws visitors from all over the world. The foreshore is lined with palm trees, And on weekends, the area comes alive with joggers, cyclists, families, and street performers. Acland Street, just a short walk from the beach, is famous for its European-style cake shops and eclectic mix of restaurants and boutiques. Luna Park, the historic amusement park with its iconic grinning face entrance, sits right on the foreshore and has been delighting visitors since 1912. St. Kilda is the kind of place where you can spend an entire day and still feel like you have not seen everything. For sports lovers, a visit to the Melbourne Cricket Ground, commonly known as the Melbourne Cricket Ground, is nothing short of a pilgrimage. This legendary stadium is the largest in Australia and one of the largest in the world, with a capacity of approximately 100,000 spectators. It has hosted some of the most significant sporting events in history, including the 1956 Olympic Games, multiple Cricket World Cup finals, and countless Australian Football League grand finals. Even if you are not a sports fan, the sheer scale and history of this venue is awe-inspiring. The National Sports Museum located within the ground is a fascinating journey through Australia's rich sporting heritage, featuring interactive exhibits, historic memorabilia, and stories of legendary athletes. Guided tours of the ground are available and take you behind the scenes, into the change rooms, onto the playing surface, and up into the stands for views that are truly spectacular. Just about 35 to 40 kilometers east of Melbourne's central business district, the Dandenong Ranges offer a stunning natural escape that feels worlds away from the urban bustle. These ancient mountain ranges are covered in towering mountain ash forests, lush fern gullies, and winding walking trails that lead to hidden waterfalls and breathtaking lookout points. The town of Olinda and the village of Sassafras are charming stops along the way, filled with antique shops, cozy tea rooms, and art galleries. The Puffing Billy Railway, a historic narrow-gauge steam train that winds through the ranges, is one of the most iconic experiences in Victoria, and a favorite among families and nostalgia seekers alike. In spring, the Dandenong Ranges burst into color with blooming rhododendrons and azaleas, making it one of the most beautiful times to visit. This is a destination that reminds you of the extraordinary natural beauty that exists just beyond Melbourne's city limits. The National Gallery of Victoria, located on St. Kilda Road, is the oldest and most visited art museum in Australia. Known simply as the National Gallery of Victoria, this world-class institution houses an extraordinary permanent collection of over 75,000 works spanning international and Australian art, fashion, design, and architecture. The building itself is a landmark, featuring the famous water wall at its entrance and the stunning Great Hall with its magnificent stained glass ceiling, which is the largest stained glass ceiling in the world. The gallery hosts major international exhibitions throughout the year, attracting art lovers from across the globe. Entry to the permanent collection is free, making it one of the best value cultural experiences in the city. Whether you are drawn to ancient antiquities, impressionist paintings, contemporary installations, or decorative arts, the National Gallery of Victoria offers an endlessly rewarding experience. Rounding out the top 10 is the magnificent Yarra Valley, located approximately 1 hour's drive east of Melbourne. This stunning wine region is one of Australia's most celebrated, producing exceptional Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and sparkling wines that have earned international acclaim. The valley is home to over 80 wineries, many of which offer cellar door tastings, gourmet dining experiences, and sweeping views across rolling vineyard-covered hills. Beyond wine, the Yarra Valley is also known for its artisan food producers, including cheesemakers, chocolatiers, and berry farms. The Healesville Sanctuary, located within the valley, is a world-renowned wildlife park where you can encounter native Australian animals, including koalas, wombats, and platypuses in naturalistic settings. Hot air balloon rides over the valley at sunrise are among the most romantic and memorable experiences available anywhere in Victoria. The Yarra Valley is the perfect final destination on any Melbourne itinerary, sending you home with full glasses, full hearts, and memories that will last a lifetime.